a million times. You're just going to see me spam it. Just pay no mind.
Oh, I see. That's what the F mean.
Yeah, well, the F means, yeah, it's a, you know. What's bad about that is it means it gets split up. So you guys might want to do introductions again, just so I can have it for the YouTube.
Oh, because you have to start a whole separate file.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Now it's a different VOD, so I don't have the video editing software to patch those two together.
Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of the Virtual Star Party. I'm Fraser Cain. That's Skylias. And tonight we're going to be taking this telescope and showing you the night sky. Joining us from San Diego, we've got Dustin and Ian from Oceanside Photo and Telescope, who have been so kind to lend us this wonderful telescope. That's it. We're taking requests. We're going to go until we pass out or wreck the telescope or the universe ends. Take your pick.
Hopefully not the latter.
Not the latter.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, while you were struggling with Twitch, I moved on to a new target, the Trifid, and then we're going to move on after there. But I want you to pick one. I want you to take Stellarium now, find the Trifid Nebula, find something that's kind of near, and request it. Well, and first, then I will take a picture of it.
So the chat hasn't seen your amazing photo first, because that's when the stream died.
But isn't it up on the stream right now?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for everybody to be...
Oh, should I mention what that is?
It's the Eagle Nebula?
That's the Eagle Nebula, yeah. And you can see the Pillars of Creation. I wonder if I could do like a special Pillars of Creation picture, just at maximum resolution.
Yeah, because
zoom in there.
Aren't those...
Yeah, I'm going to zoom right into
it. Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, so like I said, I turned the gain totally down to maximize the quality of it because it's so fast. So
it's not really a signal you have to boost.
yeah.
Yeah.
And these pillars, aren't they about 4 light years from top to bottom?
I don't know the size of the pillars. This is the next step, right? Is to clearly internalize everything I can know about 4,000 different sky objects.
I think they are. It's something insane.
Yeah. Well, and the possibilities that they've actually been collapsed. So the Eagle Nebula is one of those star-forming nebula that are around, and these dark regions are actually places where new supermassive stars are actually forming, and they've surrounded themselves with this gas and dust. And a lot of these stars are so young, they're supernovae, and they've detonated, and it's possible that they have already detonated and collapsed these pillars. So what we're seeing right now is actually gone.
Yeah, because it's about they're about 7,000 light years away, or I'm saying in terms of the pillars. But if you want to refer to this as just a blanket constellation, or not constellation, nebula. Wow, brain's not working. That'd be just 7,000 light years away, which again, that's a delay. So it could have been gone, and we don't know for.
I actually think you don't want to look too closely at the Pillars of Creation.
Why is that?
It's a little obscene.
I'm picking up what you're dropping.
Pick another object.
Oh, and correction. So the longest one is 10 light years.
But this is Twitch. So did you pick one out of that?
So I haven't gone to. I'm going there right now, and I'm switching over to that. Right. And this will be easier too when I get a game. What are those called? I always forget. The Elgato game streamer deck thing. I can just hit a button and it will just go to it rather than me having to deal with OBS. So you took a picture of the Trifid?
Yeah, Trifid coming up.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's amazing, man.
Yeah.
The system. How long of exposure are you doing on that?
1 minute.
So here's the Trifid.
I don't have time. Was 1 minute too long or 1 minute too short?
He's going after these really long exposures tonight, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the Trifid.
Mm-hmm. I might want to see the lagoon.
You want to do the lagoon? Mm-hmm. Okay. No problem. So you can see the lagoon there.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it. And then while we're there, let's do the Swan because it's just so amazing too.
Yeah, somebody just mentioned that the Omega's nearby.
Yeah, the Omega or the Swan.
Mm-hmm.
I need to figure out where my Discord went. There it is. Okay. Oh, okay. I can't do it. I can't say anything. I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah, don't say anything.
I'm
There's nothing to say. Photons have been received.
Okay, so I'm going to show them this one. And I know that is the camera still off for the telescope, or is it just not?
Yeah, because we're
refreshed?
still super low down, right? We're just peeking over the top of the shed. So until we can go higher in the sky, we need to keep the camera off.
Okay. So here's your close up of the eagle. And you said not to go close up, but we did.
You went there.
I went there anyways, because it is Twitch, and my community will laugh at that. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, so this is the Trifid. Wow. So now I can say it. Wow. Yeah. That's amazing. So that's much better color detail too. It's insane.
Yeah. So here's the key with the Trifid, right? So there's two kinds of separate nebulae going on here.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's red is an emission nebula, and it is essentially shining in this red light because the stars inside of it are shining so brightly. They've heated up the gas that it is emitted into space, and it's this red color. But beside it is this blue portion, and that's a reflection nebula. So it's also gas, but it's not hot enough to emit light directly. Instead, it's reflecting light from the stars that are to the side of it, and they're just beside each other.
Yeah.
And it's just one of the coolest objects because you get those colors.
Yeah, that's the one I did the test on, man. And when I saw that pop up after like you're doing a minute exposure, it's just like this is the winner.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, 1 minute. That's amazing. Look at the color and the detail you're getting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Someone asked, are you using Hyperstar? That would be cool party. Cool pool party, sorry.
So, you want to explain the difference?
So the Hyperstar, if you take a standard Celestron Schmidt Cassegrain telescope, you can actually take the secondary lens out and put your camera where the secondary lens would be, which would convert that really long focal length telescope to a really short focal length telescope. So what we have is the Celestron Rasa, which basically takes that same concept. So it's not really the Hyperstar. It's an astrograph. So really, really fast imaging. I mean, shots like this, 1 minute, and you're getting amazing shots with this kind of color and detail. I mean, there's really no other scope like it, right? I mean, they just came out with a new one.
Yeah, an 8-inch version. For around $1,700.
So it's just crazy.
Fast. Yeah,
crazy how fast these scopes are. It's amazing how quickly you can get these kinds of images nowadays.
It makes it a lot of fun because most of the time astrophotography is a very slow process. I've got an image right now that I've got 90 hours into, 90 hours. And then you're taking 1 minute exposures, and being done with an image. It's pretty, it's a fun way to do astrophotography for sure.
And there's the lagoon.
Yep.
That one might be my favorite so far, but I'm a little biased because I chose it.
Do you mean the photons have been received?
No, look, I got really professional. I showed people the Lagoon Nebula in Stellarium.
Oh, okay. You're showing them that it's your favorite in Stellarium. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm not watching your actual stream.
Oh yeah, no. So I just now I'm showing the astrophotography of what you just sent.
Yeah. And tell me you don't see the Borg Homer this time.
I never saw it last time.
It took some time, but you have to.
Homer's face it's perfect. Homer's face is to the left. There's his nose, his mouth, right, and then that bright socket is his eye. But of course, he's been taken over by the Borg and has had some kind of glowing white eye replaced.
Yeah,
yeah. He's facing to the left.
Can you MS paint it?
I'm trying, but I don't know. This is
you
one of my
don't see a
favorite
face.
I see it. Sure. I see it.
Okay. So, Sky, before I give you the Swan Nebula now, you need to give me another target.
Okay. How about what was that one?
And I would move north if you want. Or we can go after higher in the sky is what I'm saying.
Right.
Someone's asking about using the RASA for planets. I'd imagine you haven't tried that yet, but
No.
it's definitely
Shall
not
we?
a good scope for planetary.
I don't even want to. I can't even do it. No, I mean Saturn is right there, but I can't even bring myself to do it.
What about
Yeah, we were laughing about that here all week. Somebody said sad earn.
Sad
after you
turn.
posted that thing. Yeah, but no,
Yeah.
it's the RASA is definitely not a planetary scope. It's way too fast for that, and you couldn't get your exposure short enough. It would just look like a white ball.
All right, your chat's way ahead of you here. Someone picked M13 and M15.
Yeah, no, they can because I'm looking for certain things, so they totally can. Please do.
Okay. All right, let's go to M13. Is it close?
Should be high up.
Yeah. It's close-ish. All right. Well, so again, I will do a ridiculously short exposure on this one.
Sad urn.
Yeah.
Apod material.
Oh, did you post sad turn from last
Somebody
time?
did.
Oh, somebody did. Yeah. All right. I will take I'm going to take a 1 minute exposure of M13 because I don't even have time to take a shorter picture. All right.
You know, I don't shoot a lot of globulars, but that one is always impressive no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, that's just, you know, even visually, it's just an unbelievable object.
Yeah, well, you can see it like with these binoculars.
Yeah, well, you can see anything with those binoculars.
Yeah,
Right.
They're pretty. But yeah, no, M13 is pretty great, and it's sort of well positioned in the sky, so like if you know where Hercules is, the constellation of Hercules, then you can find it. So I'm trying to. How's the scale of the pictures? Is that working for you?
Oh
Scott?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Somebody asked, can you take pictures of everything and then stitch them together to map the universe? That's actually what you're trying to do tonight, isn't it, Fraser?
Yeah, I think hopefully I'll get there.
We're halfway there now.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you could. I mean, a lot of people do a pretty cool thing. They'll do like a lot of the Milky Way shots that you see. Those are done with a person stitching things together. And if you've got like a smaller field of view, people will build a big mosaic of some big chunk of the sky. Like we can no longer take a whole picture of the North American Nebula anymore. So if we wanted, we could take 4 pictures of the North American Nebula and then stitch them together into one big image that encloses the whole thing.
Someone said M22, M84, just because it's trendy. Raphael. Name of music group.
But like I said, we want to pick stuff that's kind of nearby. So if we're at M13, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, follow along with this with your stellarium, and you should see all kinds of weird little objects in the sky. Let's find one.
Yeah, the summer beehive cluster.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
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 So you found that in stellarium?
I did.
And you have no idea what it looks like?
Mm-mm.
Perfect. This is how we do it.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm showing everybody. You sent the photons.
Yeah, the swan.
And this is M13. And now I'm showing everybody the astrophotography of M13.
Yeah.
Bill, what do you mean by overbalancing? The DSLR will definitely change the balance point, but counterweights are the way to go to offset that. That's not M13.
That's the Swan Nebula.
The Swan Nebula.
Oh, wow. Sorry. I must have lost track there. Hold on.
Yeah, that's a difficult target to shoot too, because that centerpiece always gets overexposed and it's hard to bring out the rest. You almost have to take a long exposure and a short exposure and combine them. Balance is key swan pose.
I'm going to give you a little bit of a different view of M13 because there's a cute little galaxy just off in the corner. And I'll include that.
Ooh,
All right, what do you want after the beehive?
Can we look at Deneb?
Deneb, sure.
Okay, so this is the swan. So sorry, guys, I totally misled you. And then this one is the beehive.
Nope, that's M13. That's the
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm jumping.
Yeah, that's the Great Globular Cluster in Hercules.
Okay.
Yep, Deneb. All right, going after Deneb. And then,
I'll let my chat pick one.
yeah, we would play along. Use Stellarium, see what stuff is in the sky, and then pick some objects. So I centered it so you can actually see a little galaxy just down on the bottom right of that picture. I don't know if you can
Oh
see
yeah,
it.
look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And I found this planetary nebula that I want to take some more pictures of. That it's like a sphere, and you can see through the sphere, and there's a galaxy behind it inside like on the other side of the planetary nebula. And you're looking right through this blue ball of a planetary nebula at this galaxy in the background. I'm going to do a 10-second exposure of Deneb. Should be plenty. All right, give you your beehive.
Yeah, because there's the summer beehive.
Yeah, I've never looked at the summer beehive, so I think it's just a star cluster.
It is, yeah.
Oh, it's nice though.
Mm-hmm.
Although after a while, even to the star cluster, it's like, yeah, seen them. That's enough of those.
Yeah, so it shows us the positioning of where it's at.
Yeah.
Which one?
Veil.
The veil's straight up.
Yeah, we
Have
could
you
try
have
that.
you tried the veil yet, Fraser?
Didn't we do the veil last time? And yeah, because I couldn't find any parts of it because usually they have like the eastern veil.
Yeah, let's do the veil.
Okay.
Dustin's allowed to ask for
Of course.
targets too.
I just
There's
didn't know if
the-
you tried it yet. I haven't tried it with the scope.
The Eastern Veil would look cool. We got a
Yeah,
lot.
let's do it. It's 69.60, I think. Let me see.
Okay, so I'm showing everybody the beehive and then... Yeah. That one probably doesn't look very remarkable to people, but it is. It's cool.
Yeah, it's great. Well, it's great because you've got sort of this background of stars, and then you've got a whole collection of ones that are bigger and brighter, and they look like they're sort of in front of all those background stars. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
So Dupac's asking what camera. It's the ZWO294 color camera. So one-shot color. It's a 11 megapixel camera.
Okay, I'm going all in. I'm doing a 2-minute exposure of the veil.
All right.
Yeah,
All
to
in.
the
We're going deep.
yeah, as opposed to the 10-second view of Deneb,
Yeah.
which
Right.
I think is overexposed.
Yeah.
While we're doing these 10-second exposures, the system next door is running 45-minute exposures right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The camera that was on the TeleView was actually a little bit different. It was a 16 megapixel sensor, but same size, so it had smaller pixels. And for this one, since we're trying to go as fast as possible, we went down in resolution slightly to 11 megapixels, which made the pixels bigger because we only have so much real estate, so you can fit more of them. If they're smaller, we went with bigger pixels, so we got less, but they're capturing more light. It's like light buckets, right? The bigger they get, the more light we grab. And so, yeah, resolution went down, but with this sensor, you can see how fast we're shooting and getting a lot more detail than we were before. So it was a 1600 before. Now it's 294.
So there's your Deneb, and so it's a star.
Mm-hmm.
But it
Yeah.
feels like there's like a little bit of like dark nebulae around it. I'm not sure if it's embedded in some kind of dark nebula, but it looks like there's something there.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah. But it's so that's a 10-second exposure. That's just one star, 10 seconds.
Yeah, and
So-
that's a big star, and it's also I think they say around like 2,600 light years away, or no, 1,600 light years away is the new consensus on how far away that one is. So one of the furthest you can see with the visible eye in the night sky.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can we do Stephen's quintet? Yeah.
Try it.
Yeah, we totally should. Let's do it.
And the one that you
I'll
looked
do
at
another.
after...
I'll probably do another. Okay, I'll go there right now. So someone just asked for that, and I'll do because I want to do a longer exposure for that. Probably even 3 minutes.
So what were you doing?
The Veil Nebula.
The Veil, that's right.
Yeah.
Because I was just hovering over it.
Yeah. So you can preview what the Veil Nebula looks like. They should look at. It should be up.
Stefan's good.
Mm-hmm.
What's the big galaxy that's right beside it?
With what?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't shot that in a while.
With the Veil?
No, there's a big galaxy right beside NGC 7335.
Oh, wow. I spelled NGC totally wrong. All right, here we go. Why is this?
Yeah. mine did.
Does the
Have you done the
Stellarium...
helix yet?
I have, yeah. No, I haven't with this setup.
Yeah, the
yet.
helix it's out only for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I think, but it's
Yeah.
impressive.
I should turn the camera on for the telescope. Apologies. There's a telescope here. There. Let's bring it back.
So it looks like I'm showing on Stellarium right
The
now.
helix is low though, and it's rising. So I think we're okay. We'll have some time for it.
Yeah, it's an impressive target.
So if you look at my, oh wait, you can't. You're not seeing my stream. So I'm showing what's next to NGC 7335. It looks like it's called the Deer Lick group, and I have no idea why.
Champagne supernova.
Champagne supernova.
Oh, that's a toughie.
Oh, they want this. Oh, yeah. The
All right,
quintet?
this is the best I can do. Yeah, I'm doing a long exposure, which I'm sure the guys at OPT think is crazy, but this thing's built for speed. Why is he doing a 3-minute exposure?
Gonna be a deep shot.
Yeah. Well, the Veil's a 2-minute, and you'll see why.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Salty.
Okay, back to the Veil.
What's the big difference in exposure with this camera? Long exposure will go how much deeper into space? Okay, that's so that's kind of a tough question. But I mean, if you think about it, the longer you leave the shutter open, the longer you're collecting light, the more of, I mean, if you're looking out into space, obviously it looks very dark. If your eyes are refreshing, 60 times a second. And then if you leave a shutter open for, like in the case of the observatory next door, 45 minutes, think about the difference in how much light you're gathering, right? And so with this scope being at f2, super fast, 11 inches of aperture, it's a huge light bucket. And then the sensor's the same way with the big pixels. We're capturing all of that light that's coming in, and he's leaving it open. You said you're doing 3 minutes right now, Fraser?
Yeah.
Or 2 minutes? So either way,
no,
2
I'm
or
doing
3 minutes.
the Veil Nebula was a 2-minute exposure, and I'm doing a 3-minute exposure on Stephen's quintet.
Right. Yeah. So you're collecting a lot more than your eyes would ever be able to see. But yeah, with these big pixels, I mean, we can see as you're looking, I mean, some of these objects are going to be 28, 30 million light years away in just a matter of, 30 seconds, 40 seconds.
So it's not necessarily about, so it's not necessarily about distance. It's about brightness. And
Right,
so
exactly.
Andromeda is whatever, 2.5. Oh no, what have I done?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't slew the telescope. So I took a 3-minute exposure of the Veil Nebula, which is going to be of value.
We can compare.
Yeah.
Compare 2 versus 3 minutes.
That star in the center is going to be big,
a little bright.
Yeah.
Too many
What
photons.
would you do in a situation like this? So this is a great example, right? Like clearly a 3-minute exposure is not enough time to show off the real faint nebulosity of the nebula, but you don't want all those stars to start overexposing. What would you do in this case?
So you do what's called HDR combining, but you do really long exposures, intentionally blowing out the star in the middle. And then you take really short exposures to get that star, or just like the core of Andromeda galaxy. Same thing, right? The core blows out pretty quickly, but you do a short exposure and combine it with long exposures. And then that way you have, the data for both ranges. When you combine them, you can see, both without anything being blown out.
And would you combine them just in nebulosity?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you definitely can. Stack the two. It'll give you the full data range on your histogram. And then when you stretch the histogram, you just have to leave the core, underexposed.
Photoshop's another way to do it too.
Right.
Yeah. So you're not removing the Taser, you're not removing the things that are really close. You're removing the things that are really bright. So if you go back and look at some of the images that we did, things like the Lagoon Nebula, where the eyeball is totally just, there's no texture in it at all. There's just a white blob. And so you don't want that. So what you want to do is you take 2 pictures, one at maybe a 5-second exposure, and then one that is 7 hours. And then you combine those 2 pictures together. Yeah, did we lose Sky?
Nope, I'm here. I was showing people just the prettiness of it, so I took away all our faces and just let everybody see how pretty that one is.
So tell me if you think this is a better picture. So this is the difference of a 3-minute from a 2-minute. So that's, I guess, for science. I've gotten a lot better at just being completely unemotional about the quality of the pictures. It just feels unfair because I get like a 10-second sneak preview of the picture, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm doing better too. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually better. There's more color detail. I'm going to take our faces away again just so people can see. And I will go back and forth between those two. Yeah, there's definitely, it's like a little bit more saturated, but not as bright. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? Am I not making sense? Why is everybody laughing at me? Can you see it?
No, I don't think anyone's laughing at you.
This chat is just
cracking
us
chat.
up.
Oh, it's
the chat is the thing that.
Oh yeah, no, chat's amazing. Chat's always entertaining.
If we laugh, it's probably because of the chat.
Yeah, good. Yeah, because they're a bunch of nerds. We love them.
All right, so I'm going to do the Deer Lick group after this.
Yeah, but I would say I noticed that the colors are definitely less exposure. It looks like it's not as bright. It's not as washed out. So I like the second one better.
Yeah, so it's an extra minute.
Yeah. I think that extra minute did a lot. If you can see what I'm going back and forth.
And I made the background a little darker.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm. So it let those colors.
It's a lot more signal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, how long of exposure would you do? So if you're doing some of the stuff, like say you were going to do the Veil Nebula, and that's 3 minutes. How many would you do? Like a 10-minute exposure, 20-minute exposure? How far would you go?
No, I'd probably do. I mean, remember you're going to be stacking, so you're going to get a
Yeah.
lot more signal out of that. But if you're looking at 3-minute exposures, that's probably enough. You would just take a lot of them. So, like the images I'm posting to Instagram and the things I saw some people make mentions of that, usually that's 20 hours of exposure in something. So here, the equivalent, you're going to be still at, an hour or two of exposure to match that. So, yeah, I mean, you're just going to take a lot of exposure. Maybe you take 100 exposures and you'll see all of the veil pop. Your background's still going to be dark. You're going to have a ton of signal, not a lot of noise, but then you need a few of those really short exposures to overlay it to get the star, not blown out, where it has nice diffraction spikes and it looks like a real image instead of, just completely blown out that way.
Right. So I guess that's the thing. You're trying to take sort of whatever is the maximum where you don't lose detail, and then
Right.
take as many pictures. So like you're talking about that one that you're doing 90 hours of exposures. How
Yeah.
many separate pictures are you probably taking?
So I'm taking 30-minute exposures for each photo with that one. And I've been running on it for several weeks. So people always ask, how do you shoot it during the day? I don't. So each night when the sun comes up, it stops taking the photos. And then the next night I go back to the same target. And lucky for us, these things aren't changing enough in space quickly enough that it's going to change the image any. So I can keep shooting the same target night after night. And I'm just really trying to get the best image that my system can produce. And so I found that somewhere between 40 and 60 hours, is usually where I'm pretty happy with it. But this one, I'm just pushing further than I have anything else. So yeah, I'm doing 90 hours and it actually finished yesterday. So I'll be processing it this weekend, but I just haven't jumped into it because that's a lot of data to go through. So
Yeah. And so then
Yeah.
once you've got your data, what are you going to process it in?
So I process my images in a program called PixInsight. It has a lot of the same types of tools as Photoshop. It's just designed specifically for astrophotography. But yeah, I'll upload all of my photos. And so I shoot monochrome. So I have each different filter. There's a lot of real benefits to shooting a monochrome sensor, which we can get into later if you want. But yeah, so I have to go through red, green, blue separately. And then I also shot narrowband with it. So then I have hydrogen alpha, sulfur, and oxygen. And I'll combine all of those together, and that gives the big, bright, colorful images.
Yeah, I can really see that it's an art form.
There's a bit that goes into it. It doesn't have to be difficult. I mean, you're seeing here with 1 minute, like your Trifid looks like something out of a magazine, with 1 minute. And so I really think it can be as simple or as complex as you want it to be. But, at OPT, it's all we do is talk about this stuff every day. So everybody hears, how
Yeah.
much more difficult can we make this on ourselves,
So Dupac is asking, are you manually swapping filters for all those different layers?
No. So this is another one of the observatories. We have 6 of these observatories. And so this is another one that's actually fully automated. So before I go to bed, I log in, I tell it the targets to shoot, I go to sleep, and I wake up, and then it has all the data from the entire night. So it's doing all the work.
That's actually, so now I'm showing, I don't know if is it Stefan's? Is that what you were?
Yeah, Stefan's quintet.
Yeah.
I think that's the Deerlick group off to the side of it. So I actually probably don't have to do an image of the Deerlick. So okay. So I did 2 parts. One is sort of a wider one that shows everything, and then one that shows yeah, so you got that shows the quintet just is that little ball of galaxies in the middle. NGC 6888. What is that? Yeah, is that the Pelican? It's pretty nerdy that I'm starting to remember these. It's the Crescent. Yeah, Crescent. We could try the Crescent. Sure, while we're doing longer exposures. I'll move to the Crescent Nebula.
Be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look great in visible light.
Yeah, someone
So
just asked.
Stickman Smith is asking, is the ultimate goal to make final photographs as realistic to what the human eye would see as possible, or as pretty as possible. I'd say it's an art form, so you kind of just do it to taste, right?
Yeah. I think it's different for, one of our guys here on the pro side that just works with NASA and JPL. He's very much, he wants it to look the way it should look. And so the colors are red, and it's kind of like what you're seeing now. I'm kind of the opposite. I'm not really looking to make it look realistic. I want it to be bright and colorful and look like it fell out of a kid's book, And so I think it's really whatever you want it to be.
I'm halfway in between, but it's funny. So they do a big astrophotography. The Royal Astronomical Society does a big astrophotography contest every year, and David Malin is sort of the head of that, and he wants stuff to look realistic if possible. So he, like if you're gonna have a shot of the Milky Way, if there's a lot of like purples in there, that's not super realistic. And so he's
right.
So but it's all in the eye of the beholder. I totally agree.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of hard to say, because how much of it looks realistic anyway. I mean, looking at it, you see black space, and you would even flying close to a lot of this stuff. So it's a hard thing. It's a hard line to walk, but either way, I mean, I think both are absolutely unbelievable that we're seeing any of this at all. So, both are extremely challenging.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're the first, I guess, probably the first generation in human history that can do something like this, and it's so easily accessible. Right. It's so amazing to think about that.
So Sky, your Discord is blocking me from giving you pictures.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Whoa, Skylias requests a Discord block any messages that are mostly accurate robo-hamsters need to be explicit. Seems like you found one, so your message has not been sent. Please be nice.
What?
I tried to send you a picture of the Stevens Quintet, and this is what happened.
You're sending me space porn.
Okay. Yeah. I already did, and that seemed to have gone through.
Yeah, I already got it.
Like the second picture.
I'm already looking at it.
It didn't catch it.
The second picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not. We're looking at the image of it. So you tried to send another one?
I did one where I zoomed in right at the core just to show the quintet.
Okay. Can you try resending it again?
One more time. Sure.
How many times have you tried to send it again?
I sent it once. No, it still won't let me do it.
Why?
I think maybe because I've sent you too many pictures.
I shouldn't have a picture allowance.
Let me see. I think I just got kicked out of Discord.
What?
Yeah.
What? No way.
Discord just crashed.
But I still see you online, and you're still in my Discord.
So I sent you a Lagoon again, and that worked. So
yeah,
it just doesn't like this one picture.
I added.
It doesn't like this one picture. No one will ever be able to see it.
No.
Sorry, not for you. All right, so I've got the Crescent Nebula. It's coming. It's downloading. I need another target. Did you show people where the Crescent Nebula is?
Not yet. I was too busy.
There you go. Privacy and safety. I live on the edge.
I'm dying.
NGC 6826.
Okay.
Someone wanted NGC 6826. Oh yeah, I've done the blinking planetary nebula. It's like a little white fuzzy dot, so it's not great.
This is why I should read my chat.
I'm gonna go to the Ring Nebula while we wait.
It's killing me.
This guy can't keep it together right now.
That's too good.
Has he never looked at Twitch chat before?
Sometimes I can't read when they say certain things.
Yeah, they got me last time, man. I was useless for like 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to focus.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just focus, man. Just
Yeah.
just let it go past you. Like you just don't even see it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're so good at that part. You just
I know.
read it and keep
Well,
going.
just read it.
He's a machine.
Yeah, you just can't
Yep.
look at
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna-
Keep the composure.
Whoa,
got
are we
a-
doing a
got
meridian
real
flip?
question in the mix of all that.
Did I do a
Wait.
meridian flip?
Well, no, I think the telescope's doing a meridian flip.
Oh,
Taking a long time to find its way to M57, even though it was pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody asked a real question in the middle of all that about this picture behind us. This is the Andromeda galaxy. I'd imagine you're probably going to shoot that tonight, right?
Oh yeah.
we have to.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a
Yeah.
5-minute exposure with this system on it, and it was just, I mean,
It's too much.
unreal. Yeah, it's like the whole middle is just completely blown out. So
Yeah.
I doubt you can
Yeah, I'm
probably
gonna do
go-
like a 30-second.
Yeah. Yeah, 30 seconds would probably be pretty good because
Yeah, so like if people want, they can like look up Stevens Quintet in their own Google browser, but just like do it in anonymous mode, you know, and clear your browser history after you look at it. All right, I'll do a 1-minute shot of the Ring Nebula.
So I'm not going to ask you to take a picture of the inchworm cluster
Of the inchworm cluster?
Yeah,
I
no,
totally
it's-
will.
because
Yes.
that might get blocked.
No.
I'm scared of all these names around here now. They're just gonna. I don't know
Didn't-
why it wouldn't send that one.
Didn't you turn off your privacy settings as someone suggested? Living on the edge?
When do I have privacy settings?
You have them in Discord somehow.
That's news to me.
Someone gave you the instructions on how to make this happen
Where?
in the Twitch chat.
Oh,
Somebody
Yeah.
asked about the field of view.
Yeah.
privacy and safety. Oh, that's a thing.
No, I don't think you missed the answer to the field of view question. I never saw it, and I don't know if maybe you answered it, Fraser.
No, wasn't it? Hasn't. I don't think
You
we've
wanna
even
ask it
asked it
again?
tonight.
Yeah, yeah. What
Yeah.
was the question?
What's the field of view? I'm guessing.
It should say right there on the screen for you in SkyX.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it
Mhm.
should.
All right. Here's the Crescent Nebula.
Try sending the other one.
I'm not going to. It's
No,
too
I just
filthy.
adjusted
I'm not
it.
going to show. I'm not going to send it.
Wait, so
You're
the
going to
one...
get like a ban, a Twitch ban. All right, here we go.
Wait. So maybe it just came through though.
Okay, there you go. So you got the Crescent, and then you've got the Quintet, the filthy, filthy Quintet. And I've taken the picture of M57. I'm moving on. Take a
Okay.
request. Does somebody want something?
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the close up of this one, and then everybody can see that now.
So where do I see the field of view you're saying?
Let me see. I've got it here as well. M51. Yes, M51 is up. The Whirlpool Galaxy.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
wanted
let's
to
do
see
it.
that one again. Yeah, I was gonna.
That's a good one.
That's the best one.
Yeah. Yes.
We
And
should
I'm
see
gonna-
how fast you should get it. You should try like a 2-second exposure.
No, I've been there. I've done. Or have I?
Display.
No, I want
It's probably around 2-3 degrees.
longer. Is M51 too low?
And 1600, right?
It's 18 degrees. Yeah, we can't get it. And I think it's
Man, I don't know.
going.
Let me just pick.
It'll be going up as we talk. So we'll see if we can get it.
M51.
Yeah, but I'll get M101 instead, which is just impressive.
Try the 8300. Similar.
The Mothra cluster someone's
that's
asking
true.
for. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oh yeah.
So there it is.
Okay. All right. So did you get your Crescent Nebula?
Mm-hmm.
It's not great.
It's pretty.
Yeah. That's a 3-minute exposure, so not a fan. All right. I'm doing a 2-minute exposure of the of M101. It's really impressive. Comet 21P. We can't get it yet. It'll be up in a little bit, so maybe. I picked it up last time we did this, didn't I?
What?
Maybe not. The Comet 21P.
I don't think
Maybe
we
not.
did that. Mm-mm.
Yeah. All right. Man, the Ring Nebula is so cool. And did you get the quintet?
Yes, I did. I showed them that too.
Are you scandalized?
Yep. Everybody is now I'm probably going to get banned tomorrow.
Yeah, I know it's happening.
So let's see.
All right, that's better. This is such a great nebula.
Which one are you shooting, Fraser?
The Ring. I just finished the Ring.
Oh, fantastic.
You did the Ring Nebula?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go to the. Since we're down at M101, let's see what's nearby that. Have you guys done the fireworks galaxy? That's a pretty neat one.
How about the pinwheel?
It's hard to shoot. It's yeah, it's one I've always had a lot of trouble with. I mean, you can try it, but it gets blown out very easily, and it's pretty faint.
What
So
about the
it
pinwheel?
never feels like it has a ton of signal.
Do the pinwheel galaxy.
I just did.
Oh, you just did. Just joking.
Yeah.
Haha.
Just give me a second. What is the...
So Bill Nash is asking, we've got, yeah, so people are asking about if the best thing to do is get these away from city lights. Yeah, the scopes that we're using right now, because we're using color cameras, we are actually quite a bit away from city lights. These are about 2 hours away from Los Angeles, 2.5 hours away from San Diego area. But, you know, the truth is we shoot from cities all the time. And we shot from Times Square, New York City last year for one of our images. And you just put filters on that cut out the light pollution. So you shoot what's called narrowband filters. And you shoot for specific wavelengths that you know the lights around you aren't putting off. And you can cut right through the light pollution. It's really not an issue. I mean, from Times Square, we were seeing nebulae just like we could, you know, at other places. I mean, from the desert. So it really doesn't have to be from the darkest skies in the world.
But you won't get the color view, but the narrowband is cool on its own. A lot of the pictures that people, you know, the stuff you see on Astronomy Photo of the Day, that's almost always narrowband.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
All those, you know, really cool nebulae that you're seeing.
Yeah.
A lot of the Hubble images you see too are taken
Yeah.
with narrowband filters.
Yeah. Oh, I lost my composure there for a moment.
You almost lost it?
I did. I almost cracked for a second there here. All right. Did you show off the Ring Nebula?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on.
So Rogers West is asking about latitude. Is near the poles better or near the equator? It doesn't really matter. As long as you have the right equipment, you know, it doesn't matter where you are. Although it is nicer if you're higher up in latitude during the winter time because you get longer nights.
Yeah.
And
I mean, the
vice
people
versa.
who are in the equator get a view to both sides of the sky, so they can see stuff into the north and they can see stuff into the south, but they
Mhm.
can't quite see that. You know, the poles are really low to the horizon. While if you're in one of the poles, then you can see a different view. But being in the southern hemisphere, you get the core of the Milky Way to go right overhead, which is pretty great. I do like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Rocket
you know,
Surgeon said, oh, look at that. Your galaxy looks amazing.
Whoa.
Doesn't it?
Wow. Yeah.
Is that the
That's fireworks.
Fireworks?
Right?
pinwheel. No, that's the pinwheel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
pinwheel. So
Oh,
you're
that
it
looks
looks
going
like
great.
it's
bouncing back and forth between what it is and
it's just 'cause this
stellarium.
piece is
Mhm.
stretched. It's stretched really nicely. It's missing. That's what we're missing is here. Yeah, somebody said the best place to put a telescope is in space.
Yeah.
Funny
Yeah.
thing
Well,
about that.
you're planning that next, isn't it? Are you going to let us get access to a space telescope next?
We are, yes. Yeah, so next year we are putting the first ever, basically you control it with your cell phone, space telescope up. And yeah, we got the Falcon 9 slots and the scope is underway. We bring it in all the time. And so that'll be up and people can log in with their cell phone and control this space telescope and shoot 24 hours a day. So it needed to happen. It's happening.
That'd be cool. What's the actual telescope on it going to be?
It is a 6-inch, so it's basically it's like it's a Dull Kirkham, but it's got 3 different sensors. So you can point it back at the Earth and do hyperspectral imaging of like farmland. People can use it for oceanography purposes, whatever. And then what we're excited about, obviously, is pointing it out into space and not having the atmospheric disturbances and those issues. So being able to just do long exposures with no issue at all. And like I said, 24 hours a day. So
my chat,
and it has a UV sensor too, so that'll be interesting getting some UV data. But
they want to make sure you're not trolling. Everybody's saying, are we really going to have a space telescope?
Yeah, no, we're not kidding at all. Yeah, you can go check it out at Space Fab. Space Fabrication is the company, so spacefab.com.
Yeah, and we did an article on this on Universe Today all about it.
We're not kidding at all.
It's not .com or is it .com?
It's
.us. Yeah.
.us.
.us.
Okay, just joking. Dustin, you got it.
I lied. I'm used to our OPT when I live in this building. So
right.
Yeah.
What are the fee for an hour of amateur photography on that space telescope?
Where is it? What's the fee?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're still working a lot of it out. I mean, most of the attention in the project has been going to designing the the telescope itself and the laser communication on it. And so it's going to be somewhere around, I think they said $25 a minute is what it's going to have to be. But, to control something in space, it's kind of redefining how it's happening, It's to be able to log in from your cell phone and for $25 a minute control it and shoot a space telescope. I feel like I would have definitely done that had it been available.
Yeah.
Hiptacular, first try, you got it. $25 a minute, that sounds cheap. Call me now.
Yeah. Yeah, the guys over at Space Fab, they'll be happy to hear that.
So here's the fireworks galaxy, but I'm going to show you another picture of it as well, because there's a really cool cluster nearby. So I'm going to get both in the same image.
I'm going to need more coffee. Okay, so I'm pulling up the fireworks galaxy.
And I think you're wrong, Dustin. It's a great image to go after. No problem.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that no problem.
You're just a better astrophotographer than I am, Fraser. That's all it is. Look at that.
Yeah. If what you need is a picture taken in 2 minutes, I'm your man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's
wait,
right.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's from Stellarium, I think.
Yeah, that's
Somebody's asking if the space telescope's going to mostly be used for science. Yeah, it's going to be different governments and it's going to be used for a lot of things, but mostly it's probably going to be used for farm monitoring. People need to see where they need nitrogen in their soil or they need to water more, those types of things. But that is good, Fraser.
Wow.
That's really good. That's insane.
That's an awesome shot.
Yeah, that is. That's unbelievable.
Wow.
And going back, even between the image and stellarium, you can still pick out those brighter objects, those stars.
And then do you see the second picture I gave you?
Everybody, we're just all still just dying over this first one.
All right. So someone asked for, there's a comet in Pisces near HIP 115774. Let me see if I can find that.
Okay, we've had a problem here.
Wow.
5.
So what did you do with this second shot that everybody's seeing right now?
That's the whole field of view. Is that an open cluster?
Yeah. I don't know what Stellarium will probably tell you what it is.
That's an amazing shot.
Well, while you were all yakking, I went and grabbed the elephant trunk nebula. So I'll show that in a second. And then let's go after this. Let's see if we can grab this comet, HIP 115744. So I'm going to go after that.
So it looks like that
It's in
might be the
Pisces.
ghost, the flying
The
geese.
ghost bush?
Yeah, the ghost bush cluster or the
Yeah.
flying geese right next to the fireworks. Who comes up
Yeah.
with these names?
I don't know. The one that I always find so weird is the Pac-Man. Like how did they name it the Pac-Man Nebula before Pac-Man was invented?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Like Pac-Man's only been around for whatever, 30 years.
30 years or, yeah.
Right? They had, so what did they call
Probably
it before
more,
then?
but-
So good.
It's a
That's
puzzle.
a good question.
I know. Actually, it does have apparently someone answered that question, but I've just chosen to forget it because I think it's still such a funny conundrum.
All right.
So I'm sorry, people, Fingers, you gifted a bunch of subs, and a
Yeah,
bunch of
this is-
people have been subbing, and I haven't said
Yeah, it's
anything.
okay.
And I muted myself to them to say thank
Still
you
loving
guys.
that
And I
fireworks
will thank
galaxy
you guys
shot.
when
Yeah,
we're
that
done.
is
Yeah.
amazing.
Add it to your
Galaxy
list.
cluster.
It's
I was
great.
wrong.
I've been looking for a lot of galaxies that are not the big famous ones, but are still fairly big and bright. And the fireworks,
can't hear me
you
right
know,
now,
stuff on that scale. There's some really
Thank you
great like
guys.
ones that
And
are
thank you,
they have
honey.
really nice face-on spirals, things like that.
Thank you.
It's amazing too. Like you look at this shot, and it looks like these two objects, that cluster in the bottom left and the galaxy in the top right, are right next to each other.
Yeah.
But in reality, right, they are so far away from each other, unbelievably far away from each other.
Oh yeah, the cluster.
when you're like in actual like space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The clusters are actually are you still talking about the fireworks with the ghost bush?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those I just can't say this with,
Ghost bush.
yeah.
Ghost bush.
Yeah,
Oh, God. Correct.
It's just I just need to know who's naming these things.
yeah.
It's a cool thought, though. I mean, that cluster is so close to us. You know, it's in our galaxy versus the fireworks galaxy, which is a completely other galaxy that probably has
Clusters of its own, right?
thousands of clusters just like this one in this photo, all within it.
So what, I'm sorry, this was what nebula?
That's the elephant trunk.
That's okay, because I kept seeing that one, and
Whoa.
I can find that one.
Whoa, someone just gifted a whole bunch of subs.
Yeah, no, it's I don't want to sit here and be rude and read them out because, but I did mute my mic and thanked everybody. You guys just don't know I'm doing it.
Yeah, this elephant trunk looks amazing. How long was that exposure?
That's a 2-minute. It wants to be longer. It probably wants to be 5.
Yeah, that's a faint target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nice trunk.
It's
It's his theme tonight.
there's the Wizard Nebula right next to it.
The Wizard Nebula, sure. Let's do the Wizard.
Wizard.
Yeah. Ooh, the fried egg. Let's do the fried egg galaxy. I don't want to do the Wizard. Let's do the fried
that
egg.
a
Thank you
real
guys so
galaxy?
much.
The Wizard Nebula.
Thank you.
The wizard.
You ever heard of the Wizard
Tarek.
Nebula?
Oh my
And
God.
Bill Nash and Fingrush
Hmm.
and Flo and Pros, welcome back.
Whoa.
And Fingrush again.
All right. I'm going to go for the fried egg
And
galaxy.
Heptacular.
Fried egg.
You know, after the last time we did this, one of my buddies that makes die cut stickers saw all of the Hail Sagan things on here and brought this in, a die cut sticker, Sagan. So now these things are floating around here.
I want one.
So thank you for that.
Oh, is it the fried egg nebula? I thought it was the fried egg galaxy.
So wait, there's the rotten egg nebula, right? Isn't that a thing?
Sagan.
Hail Sagan.
Hail Sagan.
Oh, they can't hear me. Can
Bow
you guys hear me?
Oh, I don't know where it went. All right.
I don't know if they can hear me.
Okay, so let's do M33.
Can you
Is it
guys
high
hear
enough?
me?
Yeah, we can hear
Trying.
you. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
So Zoom doesn't. I don't know. Sometimes it toggles properly with the mute button, but sometimes it doesn't. Isn't there a thing called the Rotten Egg Nebula?
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's
Yeah.
up or anything
Yeah.
right now, but
no, it's down.
okay.
All
Just another name, that makes
All right.
perfect sense.
Okay, I'm gonna go after M33.
Taser says, "Can we do this more often? This is really cool. Tell these guys we appreciate their cool stethoscopes, and we want to see more of it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. I got some star trailing on this one. I think maybe I started the exposure before the camera was totally settled down. Well, let's see if I can see a green glow, and if I can, then I know there's a...
Gyroscope's great.
Everybody's going crazy about the stethoscope. Guys, he was trolling chat. He was being funny. It was a joke, chat. Stethoscope, stethoscope.
Missing the microscope.
Thanks for letting us use the binoculars.
I don't see the... I did a 3-minute exposure, and I don't see the comet there. So I'm going to say it's not visible. No. But if someone can give me a nearby star or I can punch in the
How
actual
about Castor?
coordinates. 21p.
Maybe
The
Castor
star?
Yeah, is it too low? It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark nebula.
Yeah.
Ooh, Iris. The smelloscope.
Let's see, where is it right now? 21p. It's in Oruga, right in the middle of Oruga. Auriga. Too
Auriga.
low.
Yeah, it is pretty low. Auriga's down.
Yeah, so I can see it mapped. So it's and Capella's a little too low too. So
which sucks
let's
because
try the
Castor is
helix.
cool. Yeah, helix will be good.
And we'll do the double cluster too. Oh.
The helix is the target that I got the 90 hours on, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It looks
Well,
like
I'll go for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes, 90 hours. What's the difference?
Watch them look the same too.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. People have been I've been seeing some pictures of people's helixes, and it's like there's a whole other surrounding nebula that's really faint.
Yeah.
It's a whole other level. Same with the Ring Nebula, same with the Dumbbell. You don't even recognize them anymore.
Yeah, and my field of view on that scope is so tight that it's the whole view is the helix. You know, it's a long focal length, 3-meter focal length out there.
What about M81?
So how low is it?
It's pretty high. It's right around Ursa Major.
Yeah, no. So go into Stellarium, the Bode's galaxy,
Mm-hmm.
type in M81, and it's right in between the 13 and 14 degree elevation. So it's too low.
Oh, right. Yeah. I don't like how this thing is so sensitive with my mouse, though.
Go to the helix. Just waiting for M33 to download. Yeah, that's what I'll do. A 10-second view of Andromeda. Wait
a second. How is that too low?
So do you see the green lines going back and forth? And then over on the right, it tells you what the degree is, elevation.
I must have that turned off.
Yeah, so if you go down to the bottom, you want to press Z
Okay, no,
and
yeah.
turn that on.
So it is having the equatorial and then also addressing.
So turn off the E and turn on the Z. Or Z.
This whole time I had E on.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, that makes so much more sense.
Zed's dead.
Zed's dead.
Zed's dead.
Zed's dead.
Great reference.
Oh, this is tough. Come on, you. That'll do. You still enjoying the chat?
Oh, loving it.
Chat's amazing.
Just think. This is work.
What town is the scope near? What town is out there?
Joshua
Landers.
Tree?
Landers is the...
city.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not.
Town.
There's not much to Landers though.
Yucca Valley.
Yeah, Yucca Valley would be the closest, I guess.
It's a little north of Palm Springs.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's M33.
Okay.
Nick's I want to eat some mushrooms for this.
So this is the triangulum,
Yeah.
which is pretty close to.
Oh, let's do M82. Oh, it's still too low. Right. Can't. Doy. All right.
Wow. I said wow after I showed everybody.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Whoa. Is that the triangle?
Yeah. M33.
Wow. That's fantastic. What was the exposure?
2 minutes.
2 minutes. 2 minutes, and you get that.
Yeah.
That's not even fair.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to have to turn the light off for the Helix Nebula. Bummer. Okay. Too low. Like you can see, someone should have warned me. If you can see the mirror, it's too low. All right. What should we do after that?
I'm going to see what chat's saying.
There's always a pelican in North America.
Yeah. Pelican should be good.
Mm-hmm.
Cosmic Lettuce wants M22.
Patches of color.
This is the
Taser,
11-inch Rasa.
you're asking why do we see patches of color in the nebula? So those are actual regions of star forming in the spiral arms of M33. And one interesting side note about M33, that's the third or the second closest big galaxy to the Milky Way. So the closest big one is Andromeda, which is just gigantic. And we can definitely go and take a shot of that. That'll only take about a minute. But M33 is the second closest one. And one thing that's really cool about it is that actually astronomers think there isn't a supermassive black hole at the heart of the Triangulum galaxy. And actually that at some point in the distant past, it had its supermassive black hole thrown out into space.
Out, yeah. Ejected.
Yeah.
It didn't pay its rent.
Yeah.
A rogue black hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Never
Out
read
there
about that.
somewhere, there's a rogue black hole flying through space with millions of times the mass of the sun.
No big deal, guys. Don't even worry.
Just can't see it.
Yeah.
It's a bummer. Stumble on that one.
What that's possible? Yeah, that was something that yeah, we were talking about like with mergers and stuff. You can have that happen with
they
there's
can
all kinds of things.
bounce. So you can get a collision when two galaxies collide. Their black holes can actually just bounce. The small one can bounce off of the other one and just get thrown into space. Yeah, this is no good. The shot with I can see it, but it's a little. I'll show you. Here, I'll show you the difference, and you'll see why we turned off the camera.
How's the galaxy holding itself together then? Dark matter, or so it's thought.
Yeah, the black holes aren't like the anchor. They're not the anchor of an entire galaxy. And if you lose the black hole, the whole galaxy falls apart. The black holes are a fraction of a percent of the entire mass of a galaxy. So no problem. So I just want to show you for comparison here. So you'll see why I've turned off the camera light. There's your Helix Nebula. See if you can see it. All right, let's go to the Great Galaxy in Andromeda.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yep, I'm just showing everybody in the game real quick what that looks like, or in the simulation. The helix looks like this, nice planetary nebula. Very, very similar look to the ring.
But bigger.
But bigger.
Yeah. And so see if you like that one better or if you like this one better.
Okay. I hate it when it does that. It brings it up because I didn't have this selected. Hold on. And then
Bill Nash asks, do we have any scopes in the southern hemisphere or equator yet? No. Do you have some land there to talk to me about? Because we need some.
Have you talked to Dylan? I'm sure he'd be glad to set you up. Dylan O'Donnell?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'll hook you up.
I've got to go to Australia in a few months, and I planned on scouting a few spots then. But
I would definitely talk to Dylan O'Donnell. He's got a pretty great. He's the guy who organized the Star Stuff convention down in Australia that I spoke at. So he knows everybody, and he's the man. So I'll hook you up because he's a great guy to know. He's on Team Celestron, and I think he shoots with a Rasa.
Okay.
Wait, there's a team?
Team Celestron,
goodness.
Look at that.
So your second one looks a lot better than the first. This is what you got.
So that's light pollution. That's a great example of light pollution.
This is what sucks, guys. This is what doesn't. Yeah, that is a good example, I guess. I mean,
that is a great shot, though.
It is.
That second one, anyway. That is a fantastic shot. That's impressive.
Wow. Did you crop that?
There you
Fraser?
go. 90 hours. Why don't you work on something else, Dustin? I got you covered. I got
Fraser,
you.
my image is so good, it's going to make you cry, man.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure you're watching it come together day after day.
I'm going to send it to you first.
All right.
No, it's really not. It looks exactly like this one.
That's
Just
fantastic.
90 hours of paint attached to it.
Look at the color.
Yeah, seriously. That's a phenomenal image.
I think I'm getting the hang of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this picture right here proves that, the one that I'm looking at right now. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I've got another scope too that I'm going to throw on the top of this one and put narrow band, so the triad filter, so all three bands at once, so you can still shoot color, but it'll be narrow band instead of just a color camera, so you'll have a lot more signal. Your exposures will be a little long. I mean, you're getting spoiled with 1 minute exposures, but at 5 minutes you'll have 10 times the signal.
Are the colors in the nebula different gases? Yes, they are. Different gases
Yeah.
emit different wavelengths.
Oxygen, hydrogen, sulfur. They produce different colors.
Yeah, and that one would have nitrogen as well.
Yeah. It's a planetary nebula. So.
Yeah, that's what our sun's going to do.
A lot of nitrogen.
Guys, this is the fate of our sun.
I know this is how you guys like to roll, so I'm gonna go with this. I can do better. Hold on. No, it's too strong. So I got to start learning how to do some stacks. This is the kind of
NGC 891. That's a good one. Is that out right now?
What's that?
That's an Edge on Galaxy.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a good one too. It'll fill up more of the frame than most of them.
So what was it? NGC 891?
891.
Okay. All right, I'll go there.
Yeah, I don't know if that's up right now or not, but that's a great one.
Oh, okay, hold on then. Yeah, it's up.
Okay, yeah, that's a really good one.
Cool. It's, wow. I wouldn't even have known this was a good target. All right.
Okay, so now we're looking at Andromeda, right?
Yep.
You just sent that, which is 2.5 million light years away. No big deal.
mere.
Don't even worry about it, guys.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on a collision course with us.
Yep.
It's
About
coming right for us.
5 billion years, guys. Oh, okay.
But you see, so that's a 1 minute exposure, and it's too long.
Whoa.
That's unreal.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing that I want to try doing some, like, that's the kind of thing that I would do a stack. So I was thinking of doing like a 20 seconds stack and quickly do like 10 images and then stack them up.
Yeah.
Or something.
That'd be cool.
Well, when I was out at the observatory the other night, I did 100 images of that. So it's all there if you want to play with it and see if you can get the core to shrink.
Now, sometimes some of these pictures, I am getting a little bit of star trailing. Is that because I just didn't let the telescope settle down before I started taking my next picture? It's probably
this sets the high resolution encoders on this mount, so it can settle for up to 8 seconds after it stops. So it's still just settling.
Yeah. All right. So this dumbbell is neat, but it's a little blurry.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. We don't stop for anything.
This is still blowing my mind. Everybody else is. It just looks so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That one's not great.
Well, if you want to do another one, I'm always fine with
No. Well, see, it's just too overexposed in the middle. Right? It's the problem. And so I can really blast out to get those spiral arms, but I'll make the middle just completely overexposed.
Yeah, I still think the arms are what make that so impressive, though.
Yeah. And so that's why you want to.
That is amazing detail for 1 minute.
Yeah, all the way out on the edge.
That's a 1 minute exposure of Andromeda, guys. Tardigrade says Rasa 11 or Rasa 8.
This is the 11-inch.
We have the telescope information with the TS command right there.
Yeah, I can't do much better than this. But you've got the arms.
Okay, so you just sent. Let me show.
The blurry dumbbell.
The Dumbbell Nebula.
Yeah.
Do you know there's the little dumbbell? They have a little dumbbell.
Let's grab it.
I don't know if it's near that, but oh my goodness, it's next. So the Dumbbell Nebula is next to the Poodle cluster.
Oh, so
They
let's
need to
go
just
for both.
fire who's
And the
naming
little
these.
dumbbell is up, so let's grab it. Let's do it.
I don't know that I've ever seen a little dumbbell.
It's
I didn't know there was one.
M76. So it's even one of the Messier objects.
Yeah.
Just imagine him cataloging these.
Yeah.
I just ran out of ideas, so I'll call it the little dumbbell.
Well, okay, so there's the little dumbbell,
That's a
and
good
if
name.
you see there's something called the poodle cluster.
Okay, well, let's go for the little dumbbell, and then we'll grab the poodle cluster.
Sounds great. I'm feeling the testosterone in this stream.
All right, I'll turn the camera back on. But people warn me, please, if the camera gets too low.
Okay, so now I'm going to show everybody the dumbbell, and that's not bad. That's pretty
But
damn
you see
good.
the blur,
I want to explain how an etalon works.
little star trail.
Yeah,
Same
cool,
with this one.
Cool pool party. Is that an Aquabats reference? Asks, I have a different telescope question. Can someone explain how an etalon works? So an etalon is used for solar. It's usually two pieces of glass that just basically do what do you call it? Like destructive interference. So it only lets in one wavelength, which would be H alpha. And then you can see like the sun. You can see all the granulation and all the cool surface details or prominences of the sun with etalon filters and energy rejection filters. So really, really cool stuff to do solar. I think solar is definitely undervalued, but the sun's always changing every day. So where a lot of the things in space are pretty static for at least our lifetime, the sun every day is, even every hour, is constantly changing. Really, really cool to look at.
Yeah.
Okay, there's your 891.
Look at that dumbbell.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
a nice dumbbell shot.
It
That
is 891.
Yeah, but I've got to let the camera. Definitely have to know to let the telescope settle down.
Yeah, it doesn't always take long to settle, but sometimes those encoders just get really picky about their location, and it takes 7 or 8 seconds for them to settle.
So this is, I forgot, I've turned it down. This is a 60-second view of 891.
Okay, let me show people what that is in Stellarium. Right here.
And I think that's fine. I mean, it would be nice to do a better exposure.
Actually, I'm not commenting. I'm not saying anything. Now I can.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's wonderful. I can't believe you got that. That actually looks really good.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, great recommendation.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Edge on Galaxy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a long way away, too. I don't remember exactly how far.
Wow. Look at that.
I'm going to go for the double cluster. While people think of something to go after. Fire up your stellariums, people. Sure, we can do the blue snowball. We did it before with the other scope, but we'll see what this one does.
Pretty small.
Yeah, it's the
Oh
problem.
yeah. So NGC. So what everybody's looking at right now, that's only 30 million light years away.
30 million.
30
Oh my God.
million.
Yeah.
So what does that cost in an Uber ride?
All right, I can do a 30-second view of the double cluster because no more is necessary.
God, that's cool.
What was happening on
Uber?
Earth 30 million years ago?
Yeah. I do think we can pull off that Messier marathon, and I don't think it'll even be hard. I think
no, not with this system.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be fair.
Not with this.
We've done with a
channel.
lot of time to spare.
yeah. We'll be like, well, what now? We're gonna wait for something to rise.
NGC marathon.
Yeah,
The true
now we're
challenge.
talking. Yeah, we'll do an NGC marathon.
Wait.
Take that, Messier.
Question. Is anybody writing any of these? Well, not that Dustin has to. I guess I should have been writing down what objects we're looking at.
Well, if you look at the file names, they say what they are.
Discord kind of makes those its own thing, though.
This is not enough time. I just learned something. 1 minute is not long enough for the little Dumbbell Nebula. So I'm going to come back and take another picture of it. But I will show you this one. So you can agree with me. I'm going to do a 3-minute. What was it? M76.
If you,
I've never taken a picture of this before. I like it.
if you do tardigrade, if you do exclamation point TS, you're going to get the telescope information. Also, to know who the guests are, do exclamation point guest. And Fraser has his own command because he's fancy, and that's exclamation point Fraser.
All right, I'm gonna go back to M76 and do a longer exposure because I.
Oh, it
think I
does.
can
It
do
does.
better.
You're right, Joe. Cool. Thanks, Joe.
Oh, Dustin has one or no?
No, I'm not. I'm not as special like you. I love that Hail Sagan thing.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So each what that is I don't know how familiar you guys are with Twitch, but you can have channel emotes. So each channel has their own set, and so you can make them. And that was the first one I think we made for my channel.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
It's appropriate.
Gotta love Sagan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We even have a gold Sagan too, and we have a flat Earth, and we have fake news. We have a Space Force to meme Space Force.
Space Force.
See that right there? You guys need to flood the chat with your favorite emote from Skynet. These are, well, some of these are now people are just spamming other people's emotes, but the Space Force one. Yeah, we have a black hole. But yeah, we
Guys
have
are
the
killing
flat
me.
Earth one. I know. The flat Earth's pretty good. I was pretty impressed with the flat Earth. Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
Pluto crying.
Oh yeah.
Pluto's crying because it's not a planet anymore.
Poor Pluto.
Poor Pluto is what it's called. So
That is so good. I love it. Flat Earth.
Oh yeah, man. Wait to see what happens when we're on the homepage next week.
yeah, yeah.
Oh gosh. Spam Flat Earth.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
come in and they'll be
Yeah,
like, "Don't
it's
you
a-
know the
it's a
Earth is
gong show.
flat?"
Yeah,
Just
this is
about.
not the homepage. This is this guy's regular community.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
when the gates are fully opened, it's madness.
It is good. Okay,
This is
so
the double cluster.
a double cluster. Okay.
Yeah, and then I need another target.
I was trying to get Fingrush to give me a target, and he picked one we were looking at last night, but
Oh,
we
someone
already-
wanted the blue snowball, so I'll get that set up.
let's see. Here's the double cluster
Neef.
in Stellarium, and then I'm gonna open it.
Let me see Russia.
Ruru's really funny. Ruru's great.
NGC 7009. Is that up?
So I'm taking our faces away for this one because
Yeah.
we
Okay.
gotta. It's really cool.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
very cool.
The telescope can stay right now because it can. Do you believe there are extraterrestrials visiting Earth? So those are the questions we'll be seeing
Yeah.
a lot next week.
Yep.
Do you believe we live in a hologram?
Hologram?
Yeah. hmm
Is it worth it to address those questions?
I do
Once-
obviously. Yeah.
Per stream?
hmm Wait, I'm sorry, Fraser. In one of your YouTube videos, you answered a question that I was really impressed in the Q&A. I forget which one it was. Maybe someone from my community, because we laughed about it for a good while. We were like, "That is an amazing man to answer that question."
Was it the one where I just said, "I'm sorry to see you go"? There's one where someone was like just like insulting me and said like I'm unsubscribing, and I'm like, "I'm sorry to see you go."
It had to do with something like no, it's crude, but I'm just gonna say it. It had to do with like someone said, "Can you smell your own farts or something on a certain planet or something?"
Oh, what? Oh,
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Or like in a like, would you like if you farted in a spacesuit or something?
Yes, that was
Yeah.
it, and you answered it.
Sure. Happy to. That's news people can use. All right. So my attention deficit disorder, there was something we were going to look at after. Someone wanted the Saturn Nebula, which I totally want to do. And someone had another recommendation too. Oh, right. The blue
wanted-
snowball. Focus,
blue
Fraser.
snowball.
All right. Let's do it.
Now you're
There's
getting
no-
sucked into the chat.
Yeah, I know. I'm totally sucked into the chat.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Someone said, what was that one guy earlier talking about lucid dreaming and going beyond the physical plane? Yeah, we get that a lot too.
Yeah.
Huh.
Whoa, I can see my hands.
I know. If you are immature like Sky, hey. So this is really cool. The double cluster. That's an amazing shot there.
How are you doing for subscribers today?
I took down my little counter thing.
Oh, did you hit your goal?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, then I will save my impassioned plea for tomorrow. Or patreon.com/universe today.
There you go. You
Yeah,
can
if you wanna
definitely put
support
that
me.
in here if you guys want to
'Cause-
support Fraser.
Yeah, I will never be a Twitch associate. So
He's gonna stay on the YouTubes.
yeah,
But that's good
yeah.
because I'm perfectly happy with having this guy on YouTube because it's someone was saying that YouTube for astronomy stuff has gone downhill. Which is true because you get people that will want to talk about how many planes of existence we live in.
Yeah, I guess they're not watching my stuff.
Yep, nope.
I'm better than ever.
Yeah, Fraser's a great resource, and you guys can check him out. Thank you, Bud, for triggering that command. Yeah, you can definitely check him out. Wait, we're rotating.
And the other thing that people should do, if they haven't already, is sign up to my weekly email newsletter, which is I write it by hand every week, and it sort of gives a big rundown of all the top space stories. There, so that's another version of M76. That is I'll do a 1 minute exposure. That's a 3-minute exposure of the same object. So you can go back and see which one you like better.
So that's M76?
Yeah, so that's the dumbbell again, the little dumbbell, but it's 3 times as long.
Okay.
Go to universetoday.com/newsletter, and you can get my newsletter, which I have to write because I haven't even started it this week.
Yeah, we watched the video on Dark
And
Matter.
if you sign up for my newsletter, you get a special surprise, but I'm not going to say what it is.
So tempting.
Yeah.
It's so tempting.
I know.
I've signed up like 7 times now.
Oh, yeah. He already knows.
I'm dying.
Oh, check this out.
What?
I should promote this.
He has a really good
So-
video, guys, on Dark Matter. That's what I was trying to say there.
MOVA Globes sent me this today.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want one.
I'll let them know. So it's I got the constellations.
Wow.
No, but the problem, when I asked for it, I was like, "Oh, if you can send me the constellations, that'll be really handy for doing the star parties because I can turn the thing and show people what we're looking at." But the
Right.
problem is it's floating in this ball, and so I turn it, and I actually have no control over the position of the constellations, so it's of no use for this.
You look like a tarot card reader.
Yeah,
Are you gonna? That's his magic
Tell
eight
my
ball.
fortune.
yeah. The magic 8-ball.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It is. It's like it's an astronomically correct magic 8-ball.
It is.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me what my moon charts are? What are my moon charts?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that Mercury is in retrograde.
Great. That's all I needed
Can't
to
be
know.
good.
That's all I needed.
Affecting
to
your
know.
mood.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What about the
So
bubble?
someone.
The bubble
Okay, let's
nebula.
do the Saturn Nebula 7005.
Okay, never mind. Just joking.
All right.
Someone in chat has to request that later. It's up to you guys now.
All right. Let's go up to the Saturn Nebula. All right, the Blue Snowball Nebula. And I'll show you this other one that I found, but I'll do a longer exposure. Garnet star, sure. Do 1 second exposure of the Garnet Star.
There's something called the lawnmower cluster.
Is it in? This is crazy.
I don't even.
Oops. Sorry.
We just need a fire who is. It's right next to Pac-Man.
Is the Pac-Man Nebula up?
I don't know.
Explain sidereal tracking.
So, fellow hoodlum asks, so the telescope mounts corrects for the Earth's rotation? Yes, it does. So these mounts, pretty much once you get an object in your field of view, it'll just track it as it moves across the night sky, keeping it in the center, which is extremely important for imaging. Because, I mean, even if you have someone walk by the mount while it's tracking, you could see those vibrations in your long exposures, which would ruin your image. So these mounts are really, really well made to do these precise tracking, so you can get these awesome photos like you're seeing up here on the screen.
The mount costs more than the telescope and camera on this setup right now.
Yes, it did. A lot more.
Oh yeah. We've got a saying here at OPT. It's the most important thing about astrophotography is 3 things. The first one is
The mount,
number 2,
the mount,
and the last one you could
It's the
probably
mount.
guess. It's the mount.
Yeah. Yeah. We tell customers that all the time because it's true. It's true. It's I mean, if you think about this, has to move exactly the rate the Earth is spinning, in the opposite direction to hold that target. Because a camera will pick it up if it's a few pixels off. So it has to be within a pixel of that tracking capability to keep the image from looking like it has star trails or oblong stars.
Someone wanted the Pelican, so we'll do that after.
Okay, so apparently Stellarium doesn't have the blue snowball.
Oh, really? It's probably got another name.
So it does NGC 7662, but like it's not going to give you like an image of it. But we have an image of it.
I'm getting light in the camera, so I need to turn off that again.
There's the blue snowball.
Such a cute little
Mochi game is top notch.
planetary nebula.
Shoot missiles at deep sky objects.
Atarek suggested the
Nebula.
bubble
Cosmic
nebula.
lettuce.
It's up.
Fraser.
It's small, but it's up.
Sorry, what was that?
The bubble nebula?
Sure. Yeah, we can do the
That
bubble.
one's up.
Yep. M81 is still too low, I think. Yeah, 15 degrees.
There it is.
Yeah.
The last
That's better.
The last time I shot the bubble nebula, it was actually a really cool project. So every now and then I let 5 people from Instagram take over the other scope, the one next door to this one, which is a much, much larger system. And so generally I take people that haven't shot a lot of astrophotography before. And last time they chose the bubble nebula as their target. So they have to choose together. And then they each take one night shooting one filter. And then at the end of it, we combine all 5 of those shots, all 5 nights. And the first one of the bubble nebula was absolutely incredible. I'll need to send that so the next time we're on here, I can show that shot. But I mean, I'll be submitting it to NASA for like an APOD award. I mean, it's an unbelievable photo that they did.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'll be doing another one really soon too. Maybe we'll set it up for the next virtual star party. Get 5 more people to shoot the next target.
I think the thing that we need to get people into the habit of is just get their Stellarium up and then just look for anything in Stellarium that they want. The other option is go to DSO browser. DSO browser and then just put whatever criteria you want and see what's in the sky tonight.
Cool Pool Party asks, what do you think of the Attic Infinity camera? It's an awesome camera, especially for video astronomy.
For this type of thing.
Yeah, exactly, for like what we're doing right now. It even comes with software where you can do live stacking. So, you tell it to do a 30-second shot, and it'll just keep stacking 30-second shots on top of each other. So every 30 seconds, your image is just getting brighter with more detail. And the longer you do it, the better it'll look. So definitely 2 thumbs up for the Attic Infinity camera.
What about the Starburst galaxy?
Did we not do that? Wasn't that M33? What's the Starburst galaxy?
Starburst galaxy. Is that sponsored by?
Yeah. I know. It's right next to Pac-Man. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Like advertising.
I know.
In space.
Product placement.
Product placement in space. This is the Monster Energy Galaxy.
IC10. Okay, I'll go to IC10. Has anybody seen anything unexplainable while using their telescopes? No.
Nope.
Nope. I've seen airplane. I had an airplane go through my shot last couple of nights ago. You could even see the had the 2 lines of the 2 wings, and then the light in the middle had gone off once in the middle of the plane. You could see the bottom of the plane exposed, and you get a lot of. I'm surprised we actually haven't a lot of satellites go through our pictures yet, but generally
just short exposures,
Yeah, but you're often throwing out pictures for satellites, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're doing 30, 45-minute exposures, it seems like every other exposure has a satellite going through it, if not multiple.
When I was first doing astrophotography, I thought it was so cool. Like, wow, a satellite in my shot. That's crazy. And now it's just, it's an annoyance.
Yeah.
Stupid satellite.
Yeah, it's like those notifications for having the ISS go overhead, And everybody's like, yeah, it's so cool. I get notifications. I'm like, yeah, I turned that off because it was just driving me nuts. It happens a lot.
Yep. Boop, beep, boop.
Yep.
Someone's asking about ASI Air. I think is that what it is? I think that's what they're asking about.
I think that's
So ZWO, the company that makes the camera we're shooting with tonight, they just came out with a new product called the ASI Air. It actually is a Wi-Fi, so it lets you control the camera and your telescope mount from your phone or your tablet, so you no longer need a laptop out in the field. You can just control it from your phone and take pictures. You can do guiding. You can basically do everything now just from your phone or tablet. Definitely much needed in the telescope industry. So very, very exciting.
I think that's the thing I'm happiest to see, is that every company seems to really be making an effort to simplify this. I mean, even what you're doing right now, Fraser, on your screen, I know people can't see it, but there's really 2 menus that you're going back and forth between. One of them says, what target do you want to see? You type it in and hit go. And the other one says, how many exposures and how long, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, it's really, really been simplified. And that's great. For a long time, it was just there was such a huge, hill to climb getting into this hobby, and just everything you had to learn and all the quirks of the software packages, and it was just a mess, but it's really been simplified a lot.
And I mean, even like the way we're doing this is like, people don't realize that this is ridiculous.
It's kind of a big deal.
Like what we're doing is absurd 5 years ago, and yet here we are. We're up to 30 pictures so far in 2 hours. Not even. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I messed it up. No, I don't know why.
No, I think the sombrero's below us.
I got a great view of the blurry bubble nebula. All right. I'll have to come back for you later. I'll let people see anyway. Yeah, so this is not normal. But people's going to be completely spoiled because, you know, Dustin and team are mad geniuses. So,
That's the
Dupac
bubble?
is saying, have we done NGC 5946 Fireworks Galaxy? Yeah. At some point, you should do the recap.
I will. So that's
It's
the
quite
bubble
a
nebula,
recap
right?
at this point.
Yeah.
The one you just took, that's the bubble.
That's the bubble, but it's clearly I started taking my picture before the camera had settled or the telescope had settled down. NGC 278.
I mean, you can still see the bubble.
Yeah. What is NGC 278? Cool. Let's do that next.
That would be an active galaxy.
Yeah. Typically, I like to look in Google and see what other people's pictures of it, so I know what I'm going to be getting into. If it's just like some boring open cluster, I don't really care. But this is nice. Yeah. And then you want to know how big it is, right? So, it's 2.1 minutes by 2.1 arc minutes, so that's going to be fairly small.
It's tiny.
In the field of view.
I think our field of view is 1.6 by 1.25 degrees.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious how big NGC 7331 appears.
But I'll go after it. I'll chase these guys down. AGC 278. If it's up, I mean, I want to know what can and can't work. So, and I was really pushing the limits, just finding these tiny little galaxies in Hercules. They're all just like these tiny little smears. And at a certain point, you just don't have you need adaptive optics to actually get rid of the atmosphere. And they don't really have a great adaptive optic system for backyard scopes yet, do they?
Actually, I was just at one of the conferences out here, and there's a company that's making them. The challenge you have is the sodium laser, because it's one thing for observatories where pilots know to expect it and it's already been cleared, but you start giving every amateur a sodium laser, you're going to start bringing planes and helicopters down.
Yeah.
And so I mean, it's a real problem. So they have them developed. They were showing us one for amateurs that I mean, it's still expensive. I think it was $5,000, but for a lot of amateurs, it'd be worth it to be able to eliminate, some of the atmospheric disturbances. But they were saying that's a big issue and they can't really get it cleared.
Yeah. So real quick, Jack, this is the Deerlick group over here, and this would be the quintet.
So that was IC10 was the Pac-Man?
I'm kind of recapping real quick.
Yeah, no, I'm just the Starburst Galaxy. That's
so
weird.
somebody's asking, do we already have designs for telescopes better than the James Webb telescope, or are we working on any? I would say yes. The Waypoint telescope that we're designing is better because you can control it.
It's better than the James Webb. Yeah,
absolutely.
So I did a whole video on this about the telescopes that are coming after James Webb, and they're out of control. The big one they're working on is called Louvoir, and it's going to be a 15-meter telescope.
Oh,
in space.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Yeah, so there's a whole new round of telescopes, and all you have to do is just go to my YouTube channel and look for the telescopes coming next.
Yeah, maybe we watch that tomorrow too, because tomorrow, usually after Fraser's, and because I'm not gonna have anything lined up with doing this tonight, guys, so that will be a good thing to do. Also, that dark matter one we'll probably watch again because it was amazing.
Yeah, I
Um,
unfortunately we've got a couple. Chad, my editor, is coming to town on Friday, and we're going to shoot a bunch more stuff, so it's all ready to go.
what is your
So
YouTube
this is
guys
the
right here?
Starburst galaxy, and
There you go.
it clearly wanted a longer exposure. It's a pretty weird looking galaxy.
Oh wait, real quick, someone wanted to see the pinwheel. Wasn't this the pinwheel?
The M101.
Yeah. Yep. Someone asked about this one earlier, so there's the pinwheel. And don't worry, guys, we're gonna have a way of organizing these too. I have them obviously here in the messages, so I will post these.
My plan was to send a newsletter and like an email out to everybody the day after that has all the pictures in it, and then they can turn them into phone screenshots and things like that. So I'll get organized, and then there'll be a way people can get that.
Yeah.
All right, I just did the I don't even remember where I am now. I just did NGC 278. Someone wants the Garnet Star, no problem. That's easy.
Oh yeah, this is the Starburst galaxy that you took right here.
Yeah, so if you look on Google what it's supposed to look like, it's a weird kind of blob. It's a weird irregular blob.
A regular galaxy or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it wanted to be a much longer exposure, clearly.
Well, guys, we better call it here. We're still going to get some other telescopes running tonight, so we're going to jump off.
All right.
But it's always a pleasure and a lot of fun. So
yeah,
thanks for having us on, and I'm sure we'll do it again soon.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us.
And thank you so much for letting us use the telescope.
Oh, anytime. Anytime. All right, guys.
Take
See
care.
you next time.
See ya.
All right. See you guys. All right. We'll grab like one more object and then we'll wrap it up.
Sounds good.
So
I want to see one more of Andromeda, though. Do you think we could do one more for Andromeda? Maybe.
What do you want to do?
So you said the center was too bright. Was it because it was too long of an exposure?
Yeah. So you want a shorter Andromeda? Okay. Yeah. No, I mean we can take a bunch of pictures. Whatever. I'm fine. I said the end of the universe hasn't happened yet.
Right.
But I should go to bed. I'm not a great astronomer. It's funny.
I know we're supposed to be night owls, but
I know, totally not.
I
just get wiped out. I don't even remember what this is. NGC's 278. Yeah, I'm a total morning person. So, and the problem is, no matter how late I go to bed, I wake up at the same time. So.
Yeah. Where's this telescope located? That's in. I keep forgetting. I just keep saying Joshua
Landers,
Tree.
California. It's near Palm Springs.
Yeah. Can you get a picture of the neighborhood? Okay, all right, but I'm not reading that. Nope. Not reading that out loud. And he's totally being funny, but
that's what everybody wants to know. Okay, there's your NGC 278. It's an adorable little galaxy.
I hate it when it does that. It doesn't open up in the right one.
How about the Dragonfly cluster?
NGC 278. So how far away is this bad boy? He looks like he might be far. Yeah, about 38 million light years away. think that one takes the cake. For
Yeah,
the
so like one of the most distant ones we've looked at.
yeah.
Well, M101, I think, would be one of. What is it? No, M82. There's like a big elliptical galaxy that's very far.
M82.
Yeah.
That's the cigar galaxy.
Is it M8?
Can we get a pic of Uranus?
Is Uranus up right now? Someone should look in Stellarium and see if it's up. If it is, then we can. I mean, it'll be a tiny little blue dot.
That went right over your head.
Did it?
Oh, he played us, guys.
Yeah, we totally need to send a probe back to Uranus to study its gas. All right. I just put up the Garnet Star. Okay. Come on, people. Let's hear some recommendations. Should we do the heart and soul? Oh, you wanted to do
Andromeda. I wanted to do Andromeda.
All right.
So which one is this? This just looks like a bright star.
That's the Garnet Star. It should be a very yellowy red star.
I mean, you can see the yellow a bit.
Yeah.
In the diffraction spikes, but not much more.
Yeah, and I would need to do a little more processing.
Mm-hmm.
Is Comet 21P happening yet? It's still in Aruga. How low is Aruga? Whoa, I lost my horizon. Where'd my horizon go? There. All right.
Oh, wait, I don't think I showed anybody the Garnet Star. Wow. Just joking, guys. That was the first one I've done that on all night. Take it easy. Calm down.
Yeah, it needs to be 25 degrees before we can get it.
It's super low, yeah.
What am I seeing here? It's in the middle of Cepheus, right? No, where was it? It's in the middle of like a little constellation. Which one?
And what are you looking for?
21P. 11 degrees? Yeah, so too low.
Oh, the comet.
Yeah. And it's amazing. It's wonderful. It's just not up yet. Where is it? You can change your stellarium to be set for San Bernardino. Mm-hmm. Just on the left, go to the location window, press F6, and then you can change your location.
Did you already do M64?
21P is in Aruga. Maybe it is. Wait, what? Huh? Okay, I'm confused. I thought it was super low.
South of Capella.
Okay. HIP. HIP 25143. Oh, I need to take your 20. I'm going to take your 30-second shot of Andromeda.
Science at 2 a.m. Yeah, Ritzenhoff, sorry, we're doing a telescope stream. That's why.
That happens at night.
And we need nighttime. Nighttime, más importante.
All right. HIP 25143. Let's see.
"21p is not up for another 2 hours at least," someone said. Bud said.
No, it's not. I think it's I don't think it's high enough.
This is
Really
so cool, by the way,
confused.
isn't it? We'll be doing this again next week. And then after that, Fraser's going to be traveling.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see Orion's nebula.
Yeah, that'll be another few months.
That's winter.
Yeah. Okay. Can I do this?
Some of
We'll
us
see
in
how
the
low
UK.
we'll see how low it is. How low can we go?
And was the whirlpool up when we first started, or was it already setting?
Yeah, so I'm pointing at the comet right now. See the problem?
Let me see. Uh-huh. Do you guys see the problem? It's just a wall. It's an impressive
I'm not taking that
wall.
picture.
It's an impressive wall. In Hoot, that's awesome. Some of us in the UK had to wake up at 4 a.m. We appreciate
Thanks
that
for joining
a lot.
us.
It's amazing. Hey, Toxic.
All right, so I'll move back to Andromeda. Take that shot.
Yeah, is the Whirlpool galaxy even up, though?
The whirlpool is not M51. No.
Right.
Same thing. We'd have that same wall problem.
Same wall, yeah.
Yeah, it is 7 degrees right now. Alberia was the first thing we took a picture of.
Yep, I can show you. And Quasmo, I will be dumping this in my Discord too. We'll have it in a few ways, but
I wonder if that's a better thing if we throw these all in one of your Discord channels, and then you can share from your people who are in your Discord can see it right away, and then we can throw it into the main stream, as opposed to me sending them to you by private secret message. I don't know whether people like that better.
yeah, I mean, because some people don't have Discord. But yeah, if they want to, I mean, I can have a whole channel just dedicated to this.
Yeah.
So we can have them there and they can reference them there. But I don't mind pulling them up. I do need a fourth monitor.
Yeah. Yeah, it's inevitable. I need to go to 6.
We're just going to see Fraser's eyes.
Yeah.
Just NGC 6826. I'm going to say we could do 3 more, but then Fraser needs to go to bed. I need to go to bed because then we're going to wake up again. And guess what? You guys get to see us
We're
again.
going to chat again tomorrow. So, yeah. M43.
You guys again? I know.
M43 is not up. Use your stellarium. Okay, I'm going to break the rules here. I'm going to do a very long exposure.
Okay.
I'm going to do a... Oh, I should wait for the camera to settle down. Hold on, before I do this. It'll be a disaster. Okay, I'll just wait for the telescope to settle down. Just chill. Okay. Now I'm going to take my picture.
And I'm actually moving. I
All
need to
right.
figure out a better way of doing this myself. I have to think about this, like how to run Stellarium, because I've been sitting here reading chat with my neck looking up at my other monitor, and it's just,
Yeah, I know. You spend... I know with all the monitors, you definitely like are craning your neck back looking up at stuff.
Yeah. I guess that's better than looking down, though, Like you see people that get the posture from looking down at their phones or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's probably not developed quite yet. Soon. TM.
Did you solve your chair problem?
No.
Just order one of these things. They're the best.
The Herman Miller?
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, but it's got a lifetime warranty, and I've tested them on that. I've had mine now for probably 15 years, and they had to come and pick it up and fix it in a whole bunch of different ways.
Oh,
and
really?
and do it for free. So.
Or they can
So
just
it's-
sponsor me, just.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like other ones, like I've never had a chair. Chairs always ended up hurting me under the back of my knees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this one has never caused that problem. So. I guess
DSO browser.
this is what you wanted.
What is it?
Another M31,
But less exposed?
yeah.
Or not a long exposure, which ultimately means less exposed.
That's right. Yeah. This is tricky. Yeah, no, more exposure is more better. It's always more better.
Invest in your work. Sitting at a desk for hours on end, you deserve a Herman Miller.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell
yeah,
my
I mean,
bank
that's the
account
thing,
that.
right? No, I can't not overexpose it. Here's
Oh, wow. No, I think that is better than the first one.
I don't think so.
You don't?
No, because the other one was another minute on top of that.
Okay, so wait. You might be right. Hold on. I have them side by side. Don't I? Didn't I? Yeah, no, it's better. Yeah. It's significantly better.
Well, maybe I just did a better job of doing the processing then.
Yeah, the first one, I mean, I think first one shows the galactic bulge like insanely bright. This one's definitely more toned down. Wow.
Feel like you're there.
Yeah.
This is great because this is one of the ones you can see with your own eyeballs.
Mm-hmm. And this one we talk about all the time when we talk about the fate of our own galaxy.
And you could see M32 and M110,
Mm-hmm.
as Tardigrade is noting correctly.
That's an incredible photo. I think this one, so with the first one, oh man, I don't think I'm going to scroll through all of these, but the first one we got of Andromeda was pretty cool. I want to do a comparison from what we were using before. I think I could probably find it pretty quick. Actually, yeah, I can.
So did you go through everything and get people to decide what they like best?
No, but we can do that real quick.
Because I got one more image I'm going to share, and then I think I'm going to wrap it.
Okay. Yeah.
And you guys can. I'll put the telescope to bed.
Yeah. So here's what we had when we did the first star party. So 2 weeks ago, or was it last week?
2 weeks ago.
I feel like it was 2. Yeah. So this is what you got with the old camera, what we got, and then this is what we have now with the new camera. There's a significant difference.
Yeah.
Wait. This one's better. Hold on. This is the one you just took. Look at the detail difference.
No, I think you're wrong. The one that's more blown out of the core, because
You
I like
that?
I really like the arms.
But I feel like you can see the arms a little bit better. I don't know, the contrast. But yeah,
Right.
so here's the difference though. I mean, this is incredible. The difference from that to that. And how long was this exposure? Just 1 minute, or was it 3 minutes?
30 seconds and 1 minute. No, 2 minutes. The second one was a minute, and the first one was 2 minutes.
And this one, I think, if I recall correctly, the one we did from 2 weeks ago with Andromeda, that one was like a 3 minute.
Yeah. So this is such a faster telescope.
Yeah. It does show the dust bands in the brighter one. Okay. I'll let him win. Fine. Okay, so what's...
But it's, it's a preference, personal preference.
Yeah, it's true. Let's see. Okay, so do you want me to go ahead and recap everything that we did?
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick,
And then I'll have one more picture to share.
Okay.
If I can make it go.
If it doesn't block you. Let's see. All right, so this was the first one. This is the Eagle Nebula that we got. So there are multiple black holes in the center of a galaxy, or just one. There's stellar mass black holes. We also maybe think that there could be intermediate black holes floating around galaxies. There likely are. But in the center, you do usually have a supermassive black hole, depending on the galaxy size, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I messed it up. Oh, well.
So here's the Eagle Nebula. This is a close-up of the pillars of creation, which the longest one is about 10 light years in length. And then this is the Trifid Nebula, which is really cool. And then here we have the Lagoon Nebula. See you later, Dante. The Eagle is an amazing shot, isn't it? I mean, that's so much detail. It really is. And then what do we have here? This is the Swan Nebula.
I definitely closed the roof, right?
Yep, you did.
Right.
Confirmed.
Can confirm.
Yep, the roof is on. This is M13, so it's just a globular cluster, but beautiful. Beautiful. You can even see a little galaxy down here. So that's an amazing shot. This is the Beehive, which, if you know anything about this one, Fraser did a really good job at just talking about it. It's just the way these stars that are super bright are kind of dispersed in this area. It's really cool looking. And then we have Deneb, which the reason I asked for this one is because we've been talking about Deneb. We've been talking about the stars that you see in the night sky, and this one is said to be the furthest visible with the naked eye that you can see. So Deneb is one that you can see actually right now. And it's a big star about 1,600 light years away. They used to think it was 3,000, but they're still getting better estimates with the Gaia mission right now. That one's a tricky one, though, for them. They have several reasons, and I want to read more about it. This is the Veil Nebula, which is super pretty.
Should go to the other one.
Yeah, the next one's better. The next one is better. Yeah, that one's so much better. It's so great. That one's really cool. This one's amazing. Yeah. And in this one, we have Stephan's Quintet with also, I think this is where the deer lick.
The deer lick is up in the upper left, and then Stephen's Quintet is in the middle there.
Yep. And this is the Crescent Nebula.
Yeah, that clearly wants a longer exposure. I did 3 minutes, and it wasn't enough. Wants like 5 minutes or even 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty dark.
Yeah, and you see it. I mean, those stars are starting to blow out,
Yep.
so I would do probably a bunch of shorter exposures.
You also magnified in on the Quintet here, which is really cool.
Yeah, this is the filthy one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Get them out of here. This is the Ring Nebula, which is really cool.
Is that the size that it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't see them, so you should tell me that they're. Can you click on it and make it bigger? Can you embiggen it? Okay. I didn't realize they were so small. Okay.
Yeah. Not all of them. Not all of them, but some of them definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll let you know next time. Like this one is a little bit smaller, but not fully. This is M101. So this would be the pinwheel, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that is a white dwarf in the middle, Cosmo, of the Ring Nebula.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. That's the leftover remnants of a star like our sun.
I could talk about entanglement, but I'm super tired.
Oh my goodness! How
we'll talk about entanglement tomorrow.
Yeah, we already been talking about that. Like it's been interjected in all of the stuff that we've been talking about this week, and not intentionally. Yeah. Is this just another one of the pinwheel?
That was the fireworks galaxy.
This one? You're right. It says it in the title. Wow, I'm genius. This one's cool because you got the open cluster down here next to the fireworks.
I really liked having that with the cluster there.
Yeah. I'm blocking the cluster, but not anymore. So let's see. What else do we have? The Elephant Trunk Nebula.
Yeah.
That one's actually really cool. I'm super surprised that we've got these
yeah,
contrasts.
I was quite amazed, and that was a 2-minute exposure. So I could probably go to 3, and that would look really good. Really good.
Mm-hmm. And then
21p is still too low.
Yeah. Are there patches of sky that are just void of light? I mean, they might appear that way, but not really.
Yeah. That was the whole point of the Hubble Deep Field Survey, is that it pointed at a place that was essentially devoid of galaxies for days and found a zillion galaxies. So no, there's no place you can look. That's M33.
Right. And then here's your example of why light pollution is a problem.
Yeah, the Helix Nebula.
Yeah, and this is why light pollution, not having it, is better, because this is what you're trying to image. So you could see that the helix is in there, and then that. I love this one. Yeah, it's a great one. And then we also have this one for Andromeda, which is really, really cool. The Dumbbell
one. What will we see when we have telescopes that can see farther than Hubble? We'll see the first galaxies starting to form at the beginning of the universe. That's the Dumbbell.
Yep.
That's the, I forget.
NGC 891.
891.
Yeah, Edge On. That
Yeah.
one's like 30 million light years
Skip
away.
the next one because we'll get a better M76 in a second, but do the double cluster.
Here's the double cluster, which is super cool. Here, I can move us for a second.
Yeah, it's a big object. Looks great in binoculars.
Yeah. And then is the next one the better one of the dumbbell? This one?
Yeah, that's the little dumbbell.
The little dumbbell.
The farthest we'll be able to see is the cosmic microwave background radiation, which is the first time that the universe was clear enough for light to be able to move. Oh, see, so there you go. That's really tiny. I should have had more space there. Okay, it's good to know now that I'm actually seeing this what looks good, what looks bad.
Those binoculars, yeah, those are. He's got.
Yeah.
A
So
nice
next
pair.
time, tell me, and I can because I
Okay.
can recrop them. It's no big deal for me to recrop those photos to get a little more context.
This was the.
I thought it
bubble,
was going to try and because I'm seeing it all zoomed in on my screen.
right.
The blurry bubble.
The blurry bubble, but I like it. I think it's cool. You can still
Yeah.
definitely see that bubble shape.
I gotta remember to wait before so you can see right the stars trailed a little bit, but the bubble was pretty clear because it was just gathering all of that light. And that was 3 minutes, and that probably wants more like a 5 or even a 10-minute exposure.
And let's see. Then there's this one, which was Starburst. Starburst Galaxy.
Yeah, that one is clearly that was a 3-minute exposure, and we need to go a lot longer for that one.
And this one is this is another tiny one. But this was the one that was this one took the cake for being the furthest object, I believe.
Yeah.
NGC
Oh, I see. And it
278.
is a tiny little picture. Okay. Again, I should have given you a little more space around it.
So that guy is, what did I say, 38 million light years away?
Yeah.
Something insane.
No,
like
it was.
that.
I thought it was like 100 and something. Like it was much farther. Maybe it was 38.
I think I still have it on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, is that another screen? So you've
38.5
added a
million.
fourth screen.
I know. That's what I started doing. I'm like, I'm gonna just use my phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, that takes the cake. And this is the Garnet Star, right?
Yeah. So will astronomers in the way future, considering the universe is expanding, not be able to see? Right. In the far future, the cosmic microwave background radiation will be moving away from us faster than the speed of light, and so it'll just fade away. The light will redshift and it'll fade away, and future astronomers will have no idea that we were the larger cosmology of the universe. The fact that we live when we do tells us a lot about the universe. And that's it. Have we reached the end of our tour?
We did.
That was fun. We crushed it. 34 images by my reckoning.
Yep.
In about 2 hours.
Yeah, Chrome hates me right now.
Close some tabs.
No, I'm gonna keep them up so I can reference them. But yeah, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
Hey, no problem. That was super fun.
Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Again, if you don't know who Fraser
but no
is,
telescope.
Well, he'll be back on tomorrow too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I did a video about cosmic horizons, which goes into that. So if you want, on my YouTube channel, the Guide to Space playlist.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, thanks for having us, Sky, and we will see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Night, everybody.
Okay. Bye.